And here we go. First question. Have you ever dealt with credit repair companies in the past?
Not necessarily, no, I haven't.
Okay. Have you heard of the term credit restoration?
In all honesty, I didn't know there was a difference between credit restoration or credit repair.
Before engaging Get Credit Healthy, what did you know about credit repair in general?
Being a loan officer for, over 12 years, I've definitely learned what, a person needs to do to have high credit scores or low credit scores. So there's quite a bit of reading and studying and, web-based stuff that I've watched in regards to people's credit. I knew some of the steps that people needed to do in order to raise their credit scores or what might be causing somebody's credit score to be low. So I have, over the years, I've even, I have some legal letters that I've given clients to try and repair their credit on their own.
Okay. After dealing with Get Credit Healthy, how has your opinion changed when it comes to credit repair?
In regards to how has my opinion changed, it helped in the sense that it's a very tedious process to try and walk a client through, fixing their credit on their own or me guiding them through the steps. It's definitely helpful to have a company to kind of take over what they do best, and which is not necessarily the best use of my time, but the end result is that I need the client to have good credit in order for me to get a loan done for them. However, me walking them through the steps and kind of monitoring and making sure that they're doing those things is definitely not the best use of my time. So using a company to do those steps for me is definitely super beneficial.
Did you find anything interesting about the process they go through, or anything interesting that your client said after he went through the program?
Interesting. I think maybe that if a client actually does what they're supposed to, I shouldn't say when they're told to, but when the guidance is given to them, if they actually take those steps, the credit can be repaired. I shouldn't say pretty quickly, but it doesn't take as long as people would think.
What do you think would be the most important benefit that a company like Get Credit Healthy would offer to a person in your position?
I think that goes kind of off of the answer that I gave before, which is having a company, really take over the steps and doing what they do best, and letting a loan officer do what they do best, which is, closing loans in their pipeline, generating new business, and getting those clients signed and pre-qualified is the best use of a loan officer's time, and then switching somebody that has a challenge to their credit to a company to take care of that is definitely maximizes the time that a loan officer should be working.
From your perspective, did Get Credit Healthy's performance with the client, was it satisfactory? Was it superior? Was it below par?
In the instances that I've used Get Credit Healthy, it definitely was a good experience. They helped my clients get higher credit scores, which they weren't able to qualify for a loan before, and after they were done, credit went up significantly, which then allowed them to either purchase a house for the first time or be able to refinance.
Now, initially, before referring Get Credit Healthy to one of your customers, or how many you did you have any concerns about handing them off to Get Credit Healthy?
Yeah, sure. There's you always wonder how much it's really going to work, but I think it kind of goes, if a person's really willing to do some work on their credit, it definitely is beneficial. The guidance that a credit restoration company gives, whether it being paying off certain things or leaving certain things alone or opening new credit lines, definitely is, there's definitely value in it.
Would you feel comfortable recommending Get Credit Healthy to someone in your position?
Sure, absolutely. It definitely, it allows you to, in this day and age in the lending industry, it's every loan has its challenges, regardless, even if it's just, if their credit scores are bad. It takes a lot of energy to get a loan closed. So a loan officer being able to work on the things that actually get loans closed and let the credit restoration company fix somebody's credit while you're working on the other loans is definitely beneficial for all loan officers.
Okay, so if you were speaking to another loan officer and you're trying to pique their interest about using a credit restoration company, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that, there's, at the point when you see that somebody's credit is needs repairing in order for them to get a mortgage done, it doesn't really cost you anything to refer them to a credit restoration company to give it a shot and see what happens with that person. You can't do the mortgage for them if their credit score is not there. So by switching them, or telling them or referring them to go to a credit restoration company, you're not losing anything by doing it. You're giving it a shot. You're trying to help the person's credit out. So there's definitely a benefit in it.
Okay, now specific to your relationship, your experiences with Get Credit Healthy as a company, what would you say are the biggest benefits, with them specifically? What did you like most about them? What didn't you like about them?
Get Credit Healthy, it definitely has the systems in place that allows when you refer a client to Get Credit Healthy, they keep you updated as the process is going on. They're able to kind of analyze it up front and give you the best honest opinion of what can happen to the person's credit. Some of the challenges that might exist in regards to getting a person's credit scores up, which is obviously the end result. So it's working with Get Credit Healthy, they definitely the systems that they have in place and the people that they have working for them allows you to, I shouldn't say have peace of mind, but kind of really know that somebody's working on your best interest and that they're going to keep you up to date on what's going on with the client.
Okay. And I want you to say something about the ending where they put the client back in your hands.
One of the best things about Get Credit Healthy is that as they're working on the client and they're keeping you up to date, when the time comes that they feel that the credit score is there.
One more time.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes because that thing's going to go off again.
Oh, okay.
That's the bond report. In regards to one of the benefits with Get Credit Healthy is that when you're getting updates in regards to what's going on with the person's credit scores and how they're working on it, when Get Credit Healthy feels like it's time to pull that score, they definitely let you know that they've done the necessary steps to get that credit score up, and they let you know, they let the client know that, okay, it's time to pull your credit. They let the loan officer know via email that it's time to pull the person's credit, and then you and the client pull the credit and take a look at it, and in my experience, that's when you see that the scores have gone up drastically, and now you can get a mortgage done.
Perfect.